La 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 la. Story time, story time. You know what time it is. Story time, story time. It is story time with the Anthony KT. What's up, everyone? I am the Anthony KT, and welcome to Story Time. First off, as you can see, I'm wearing my Stun the World Kevin Owens t-shirt. I got this on because Raw is coming on a little bit. I want to be ready for it. But I'm not here. This is not my Let's Talk Wrestling blog. I'm not here to talk about wrestling. I'm here to continue on today's latest episode of Storytime with the Anthony KT. And as we continue on with the American, where we left off with Sophia and James, is that Sophia was going for his, and this is in the last chapter. So Sophia was going for not Sophia. James was going for a walk, walking around London, checking out the sights, Kensington Park, the Buckingham Palace. He saw the statue that they have at the park for Princess Diana in the fountain, and kids are able to play in it. He went to museums. He went to the harbor, had some authentic fish and chips. He was having a really good time, and he was walking down a neighborhood, and he came across a primary school and where Sophia works. And Sophia was coming out as he saw her, and they started talking. Next thing you know, they go to a coffee shop, one of her favorite coffee shops. They sit down, they talk, and they end up talking about wrestling. They end up talking about World Wrestling Entertainment, WWE, and just how much they love it and all that good stuff. And they talked about so many other things, and they lost track of time. They were talking so much that they talked until the place closed down. And Sophia, and then that was pretty much it. James goes home and with this big smile on his face because he had such a good time with Sophia. And then when we start off in the chapter we're about to read, is Sophia comes back home after unexpectedly having a great day, pretty much a date. You won't say it's a date because it's not. It wasn't like officially a date, but it was a date. Having this great day with James, and it was the first time since her significant other that she's had such a good time, and since she's lost him and been able to smile. It was the first time she was able to smile since this tragedy happened to her, and it was the same thing for James. So the first time he was able to smile since he caught his girlfriend cheating on him. So where we're about to read off is that it's the next morning, and James wants to, instead of having breakfast at the hotel, he wants to have breakfast out on the streets of London. Find a nice restaurant somewhere close to his hotel, and he finds this nice restaurant near his hotel in London, and he goes in and he orders pancakes and what was the other thing? And a crispy bacon roll. Honestly, that really sounds really good for breakfast. I wouldn't mind trying that myself. If I was ever in London, that would be something I would definitely want to try. So what I'm going to read is that as James finishes breakfast and he's looking at Big Ben, he ends up writing a DM. He ends up DMing a direct message to Sophia. And what I'm going to do is I am going to read to that. I'm going to read from that point, and we're going to go from there. All right, guys? So here we go. I'm walking around London, and I find myself standing in front of Westminster Abbey. And then I think of you. Isn't that weird? Someone you barely know, with a snap of a finger, you start thinking of them. And just thinking of them can make you smile. Can make your whole day. When you showed up this morning at my hotel, I was really surprised. I didn't think I was going to see you again. And then there you are at the front door of my hotel. I was surprised, but very happy to see you. After you left, I went and got some breakfast. And while I was sitting at my table waiting for my breakfast, I started thinking about later tonight, and my nerves kicked in. I remembered everything you told me about Jacob and the other night, and questioning if this was a date or not circled around or not circled around my head a few times. On top of that, I didn't even know what we were going to do tonight. After having a pretty big breakfast, I took a walk around London. I started to calm down and think how amazing life can be, and how amazing it can be when a person comes into your life when you don't expect it. Life is pretty short. And I am nervous about tonight, but I am more excited and looking forward to seeing you later tonight. And I was thinking about tonight and wondering maybe we could have dinner where I bumped into your table at Radio Rooftop, if that's okay. Reading what James wrote made Sophia feel better about everything later tonight. It took the nervousness away from tonight, knowing that James was feeling the same way, and she just felt calm and ready for tonight. Sophia sent a message back saying, "That sounds nice. I'll meet you in the lobby of your hotel after 6 tonight. See you then." After lunch, she went back to her classroom, more focused than she was in the morning. As she walked into her classroom, she got a reply back from James with a smiley face emoji, and next to the words, "I can't wait." And that, my friends, is where we leave it off. And that, my friends, is story time with the Anthony KT. Now, as I announced about a week ago, that story time with the Anthony KT is only on my YouTube channel. So if you haven't yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe and go ahead and hit that like button. Leave a comment if you want. Let me know what you think. If you want to read The American, as well as many other stories I've written in the past, and a new story that I'm working on right now called The Unexpected, all my stories, the link is in my bio if you want to check it out. And that's it. So until the next time, in the meantime and in between time, peace, y'all.